Low Mage's Domination on the Luminarch Aspirant. Why does this always happen? You didn't even make gold in drafting? Hey, look, man. It's not always about the ranks. We didn't quite make Mythic last time. We got to Diamond 1 and like only one more win was needed, and we kept like waffling right on the bar, man. So my goal this season is to get Mythic in draft and Platinum in Standard. Because I'm not super great at the constructed thing, man. I don't follow the meta very well. So right now I'm playing Black-White Clerics as my main. And it's pretty good. I like Dimir Rogues as well. And I need to make a Yorion deck. I'm thinking like Esper Yorion or something. Maybe Grixis Yorion. But we'll see. But for right now, we're going to, try and get Mythic and Limited for the season for our main focus. All right. Oh, yeah. You really gotta. I usually play like a net deck with some tweaks when I play Constructed because I don't really know. Myriad Construct is a pretty good rare to open. It's colorless. It keeps us flexible. There are a lot of cards I'd take over it. Royal Eruption is one of them that I would strongly consider to take over it. Royal Eruption's probably one of the best commons in the set. But I think pack one, pick one. I'm thinking I'll take the Construct over. If I was already in red, I'd take the Royal Eruption 100%. But pack one, pick one. I'll take the colorless rare that can fit into any deck. And stay flexible and stay open. We get past a Ruin Crab, which is one of the best uncommons in the set. It can totally take over a game on its own. There's also Relic Amulet, which is incredibly powerful. So I think there's definitely room to consider the Relic Amulet here. Like Blue-Red Wizards is a real good archetype, and Relic Amulet can sometimes be used in other decks. Like Blue-Black kind of wants Relic Amulet too. But it looks like Crab here to me. Crab is just so good. If you play Crab on turn 1, you pretty much win the game from there if they don't answer it. Yeah, turn 1 Crab and Limited is insane. Of course, we're immediately met with a Rock Slide Sorcerer. And that's okay. I mean, I will play Ruin Crab in my Blue-Red Wizards deck 100% of the time. There's another Expedition Skulker, Gnarly Colony, a Shadow Stinger as well if I wanted to stick to the mill theme. And maybe I do want to stick to the mill theme because the Sorcerer is really good. And we're seeing other blue cards too, like Research and Expedition Diviner. But there's, still Skulkers and stuff in the pack. It's only pick 3. We don't really know what we're doing. I think the Sorcerer is the higher upside card, but we've already passed other good red cards. So I think it's better to kind of try and go for the blue-black mill strategy right now. If I hadn't passed that Royal Eruption already, I'd probably take the Sorcerer. But I think since I've passed the Royal Eruption, we're going to go ahead and take the Stinger. And that could be wrong. Could very much be wrong. This pack kind of sucks. I mean, the best card is probably Teeter Peak Ambusher. But we're nowhere near that. I don't think we want to play Teeter Peak Ambusher at all. I think we're just going to take the Diviner. We'll probably end up with other wizards regardless. And if we don't, a 4-mana 3/2 flyer still beats down pretty good, so. Gomafada Vanguard is probably one of the best cards. Is Spare Supplies a trap? Yes and no. Spare Supplies is decent card advantage. 2 mana to draw a card now and 2 mana to draw a card later is fine, but your deck really wants to have that. If I had a deck full of small removal spells and small creatures, I'd probably play Spare Supplies, but it really depends on your deck. I think most decks probably don't want it. Gomafada Vanguard's definitely the best card here. It's kind of off theme for us. I think I'll stick to blue and just take the Royal Mage. We don't have anything to get back with it yet, but we will at some point. It's a wizard to fuel the Diviner. Really looks like we should have been in blue-red wizards here. Could you imagine if we had taken, like, instead of Ruin Crab, Relic Amulet, and instead of Shadow Stinger, Rockslide Sorcerer? Our deck would look insane right now. But instead, it just looks meh. Anti-Cognition or Umara Wizard here. I think it's a pretty easy Umara Wizard. The land spell modal cards are all really, really, really good. No matter how high you value them, you should probably value them higher. Anti-Cognition would be really good if we, knew we were going to end up in blue-black rogues, but we don't know that, so. In fact, it looks like we're not going to. But here, I mean, we're pretty solidly a blue deck. I don't hate Anti-Cognition. It's a fine card. We have Ruin Crab. If we get 8 in the yard, it's really good. It's 2-mana counter, it's a 2-mana Essence Scatter that also scries us. That's fine. We'll play it. These cards all kind of suck. Synchronized Spellcraft's probably the best card. Maybe we should have, been in blue-red spells a little bit sooner. Maybe it's too late now, but we're just going to take the best removal spell in the pack. I mean, just pick 8. We kind of have to. See what tables. Pretty much nothing. Mind Drain if we wanted to stick to the mill strategy, which honestly right now I'm not really inclined to do. None of these cards are really that good though, so maybe we will take it. I'm not like upset about... I don't intend to really play this, I don't think. Glacial Grass is pretty good. We're in blue. Yeah, I think we made some bad calls there. We probably should have taken that Rockslide Sorcerer instead of the Shadow Stinger. Would have been a much better move. Pack 2 is okay to pivot. The problem is people to my left right now, well, for you guys, my left right now are going to be in... Ooh, Field Research came back. That's awesome. Blue is clearly open, so we're going to be okay. Like, no matter what route we go, like, we're going to get good blue cards. But the problem is the people in my left, to my left, are going to be in red. Like, one of these guys here, one of these 3, is almost certainly in red with Royal Eruption, Rockslide Sorcerers, and stuff. But we did get a pick 8 Synchronized Spellcraft, which came from this guy right here. So I'm guessing this guy's probably ended up in the red from the Royal Eruption we passed and such. But we could still end up blue-red or blue-black or hell blue-green, blue-white. I mean, we're really not... Like Shadow Stinger, Mind Drain, these cards don't commit me to black. Spellcraft doesn't commit me to red. Like, none of these cards are that great. We are pretty solidly blue, and we would prefer to be mill because we have Crab and Anti-Cognition. But Royal Mage works with Research, Glacial Grasp. We've got plenty of wizards to fuel, like the Expedition Diviner and the Umara Wizard. So I mean, like, we're not out. It's going okay. Neither of these are super great. I'm probably not gonna end up playing either of them, but there's probably a better chance of me wanting Tormenting Voice, but if we want that kind of effect, we can always get it. We can find Fissure Wizards. We can find other copies of Tormenting Voice. It's not a super sought-after card, so. Ooh, Luminarch Aspirant might be good enough for me to just force white. Luminarch Aspirant's insane, actually. There's also Into the Royal, which is a really, really, really strong card. And Blood Chief's Thirst. It's a good pack. Luminarch Aspirant is clearly the most powerful. I'm going to take it. It didn't look like white was open at all, but Luminarch Aspirant is just that good for me to want to try, I think. A more conservative selection is definitely Into the Royal, and maybe even a better selection. I'm not going to sit here and say I make all the best choices, right? I don't. And I'm going to take the greedy selection here instead of the safe selection. And it could be wrong. Onto Inversion is okay. I don't really like it. It blows up all your stuff too. It's really, really expensive. Most games are decided before this even comes down. So I'm not worried about picking that up. There's really nothing in this pack for us, to be 100% honest. I'm thinking I might just take the Shepherd of Heroes. We've got Clerics and Wizards right now. It's not hard to think, we end up in blue-white party. Seems reasonable to me. Gnarled Colony is also very good. We do have some kicker stuff going on, but we don't have any kicker synergy cards. We could take the Lull Mage's Familiar, I guess, and go that route. But I'd rather try and play this Luminarch Aspirant if I can. Attended Healer, Nahiri's Binding. Both of these cards are very good. We do have some healing already with the Shepherd of Heroes, and we could prioritize more if we take the Healer. But Nahiri's Binding is just a good, removal spell. I think I'm going to take the Healer and prioritize more ways to gain life throughout the rest of the draft. Looks like we might end up getting to play white after all. It's Cleric of Live Spawn, but we can't really take that. Relic Vial is interesting as long as we control a Cleric. It's a drain, which is good for the Shepherd of or the Attended Healer. I think we're gonna go for this because we can get plenty more Clerics, and there's even like a 2-mana blue Cleric. Not really a whole lot else in this pack. Chilling Trap isn't bad. I mean, we have some Wizards. But I think we're gonna try the Relic Vial thing. This is gonna be a weird deck, y'all. Sacking the cats to the vial is pretty good, yes. Because we can do that every turn once we get one cat. And always have card advantage. Not a whole lot in this pack here. I'm thinking we might take another Anti-Cognition. We got other things to do with our, instant speed stuff like Glacial Grasp. So I'm thinking Anti-Cognition might end up being okay. It might suck, but... Or Celebrant is a great card. This is perfect. Goes with the Healer, goes with the Relic Vial. Really, really, really good. We're looking to pick up, because we want Shepherd of Heroes to trigger. We want like a blue Rogue and a white Warrior at some point. Because we still want to party a little bit. Or if we could pick up like a Pack Beast, it'd be really good. Because right now all we have are Clerics and Wizards and a Crab. Well, there's the White Warrior we could take. I'm not like overly excited to be picking Cliffhaven Sellsword, obviously, but it is a Warrior, and there's really nothing else in this pack that's good for us. Practice Tactics is going to deal 2 or 4, but I think I'd rather go ahead and get the Warrior for the party synergy now. Instead of the Practice Tactics. Oh yeah, Core Celebrant's going to be insane. And yeah, Cliffhaven Kitesail certainly, or Cliffhaven Sellsword certainly trades up, at least some of the time. I'm not opposed to it. We do need more Clerics, third Anti-Cognition. We might start be pushing it a little bit there. But we need more Clerics to turn on the Vial and to turn on the Healer. So, happily pick up another one. Angel Heart Protector. Doesn't really go great with our deck, but we can do like turn 2 Sellsword, turn 3 Angel Heart Protector, Here we go, Skyclave Cleric, that's great. It's going to gain us life and immediately make us cats. It's a Cleric to give lifelink to. It's a Cleric to turn on Relic Vial. Yeah, this is fine. Nothing wrong with this. It's a land. Onto Inversion came back. Look, all right, it's not that good, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to play it. If you're going to give it to me pick 10, I'm going to play this card. There's no reason not to. I mean, it could turn a game around for us at some point. We do need now some ways to draw cards. Sure. Because now that we have a way to wipe the board, we need a way to refill our hand and stay ahead like that. Here's another Warrior for us. We're not really an aggressive deck, so the Banner Rat might not make the end cut, but it is a Warrior. We don't have any Rogues, which is one of our main things right now. Wow, I wish we could splash for Inscription of Ruin, but it just costs way too much. This pack kind of sucks. I was really hoping to find a cool blue rogue to put in, but we'll just take another cleric. Looks like we're just playing blue-white cleric wizard, which is fine. Expedition healer is going to be good. Relic vial is going to be good. Attended healer is going to be good. This is totally fine. A non-exciting first pick, but good for our deck nonetheless. Now, Pack Beast is really good for our deck, but Falconer is just really good overall. How many kicker spells do we have? 1, 2, 3. Just 3? All right. Falconer is not that good if there's only 3. This gives us the rogue and the warrior that we're not going to have as much. So I guess we take the Pack Beast. Not an exciting pick 2, but hey, you know what? Got to secure these things for the deck. I would love to pick up a practice tactics now. Second Ruin Crab. All right, we're doing it. Hello, Kat. How are you? So, I mean, my deck, it's doing the cleric thing pretty well. It's also got 2 crabs. So, I mean, like, just having 2 crabs in general is just good. Right? Like, you can't go wrong with double crabbing it up. Maybe we'll get a third. This is a cleric, but the attended healer is probably better. Base camp casts most of our cards except for Ruin Crab, so it's kind of like fixing, but we have enough non-creature spells for me to want to not take it, but healer is pretty good. Relic Vial should end up really good in this deck. Windrider Wizard. Totally a fine card, and we're happy to play it. Definitely playing 16 lands. We have 3 land spell modals, and a hand smoother to help us. So 16 lands, faux show. So this will be our last playable right here. Goes with all of our other wizards we picked up. Goes with all of our instants and sorceries that we have, which, granted, you know, not very many, only 5, but I'll definitely pick up like a practice tactics or something at some point. There's another relic amulet. Wow. How many wizards do we have? Just 4. So we only have 9 ways to trigger amulet. I mean, it's still really good, but we got to take the other cleric here. Like I said before, I don't think the Seagate Banneret's going to make the cut, even though it is another warrior. It pumps the whole team. We have a lot of creatures. Maybe it does make the cut. Maybe the anti-cognitions end up not making it. Sellsword versus Outrider. I mean, Outrider is not a bad 4-drop. We've already got 3, though. I don't know. We'll put it in the board for now. We'll deal with that while we're building later. These picks don't matter. Just take the playable card. Again, these picks don't matter. Our deck is pretty much made. Get our gym rewards just for hanging out and taking cards. All right, we're definitely cutting a land. Let's put it to 8/8 for now. And we need to cut 1 more card. We have 19 creatures, so we should probably cut a creature. What are our spells? 2 anti-cognitions, which we're not really going to play on turn 2 very often, but should be turned on frequently enough with the double Ruin Crab for me not to worry about it. And a Glacial Grasp to help us get there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about turning on the anti-cognition. Can't really cut any of my late game. These flyers are good. This flyer is good. Like, Protector's kind of weak in this deck because we're not going to be attacking that often. Because we got, like, what, a lot of 1/3s. 3/1s. Maybe it's the Sellsword. Because we have a lot of 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 2-drops. Yeah, I don't think the Sellsword makes the cut. The Banneret's okay, because we have a lot of creatures to pump. And it gives us a mana sink in the late game. So I don't hate the Sellsword. Or the Banneret, but I do hate the Sellsword. And we have the Pack Beats now, too, to give us that extra. Jackie Wu, do I remember you? You want my honest answer? You want my honest answer? It's no. But if it's been a long time, then that shouldn't surprise anybody. I'm horrible at that. Ah, so that's probably my streaming partner. He plays Siege a lot more. His name is Josiah. This channel is 2 people, so that's probably why I don't recognize your name. I don't really play Siege. I'm probably going to fire up some Apex Legends in a bit, because it's been a while since I've played a shooting game. Where's the guy that plays Siege? He's at work today, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd have him with me. I'll text him right now. I got you. Hold on. That's a bad image. We're gonna take a different picture. Hold on. There we go. Take that picture right there. Send that to him. Send it. I will show. See, I messaged him for you. Try to cover up his phone number there so nobody could bother him. But there you go. I'll let you know what he says in just a minute. He'll probably be super excited. I wonder if he'll remember you, Jackie. Jackie Woo. All right, so now I think this is the build. I don't know if Anti-Cognition is actually going to be that good. We might end up cutting it since we're a creature deck. We don't really want to save up our mana for Anti-Cognition very often. But it's going to be on a lot of the time with the Ruin Crabs, so I want to try it first. We might end up rather playing like Outrider and Resolute Strike just for like some ways to pump our stuff. But we'll see. The real question is, do we want to go 8-8? Because we have 1, 2, 3 white land spell modals and a blue. So we probably want to play one more island and plains since we have the 3 white land spell modals. So 9-7 is probably right. Though we have a lot of white early game cards. A lot of our 2-drops are white. But we also have the Ruin Crabs, which we really want to play on turn 1. So I think we're going to go 9-7, which is actually like 10-10. Remember, because we have 9 Island and the Umara Wizard. And then we have the 7 Plains, the Ondu Inversion, and the 2 Skyclave Clerics. So it's really more like 10-10 of each source there. So that's good. And I think we do still want the Myriad Construct. We could cut it for something else. I mean, it's not like OP or anything, but it is a fine card. We'll play it. And I think this is how we're going to go with it. Like I said, we might end up cutting the Anti-Cognitions for like more creature-based stuff. But with the Ruin Crabs, I want to try them. Let's jump in. Playing Siege, come back later. Enjoy your games. Let me know how you do. I do like Siege, I just suck at it. All right, 3 islands, but we have Cognition, Royal Mage, and Wind Rider, so I don't think we can mulligan this. There's plenty of stuff to do. We'll draw one of our 10 white sources sooner or later, like that. Well, here's our time for anti-cognition to shine. What does he got? Like duelist? Deliberate? Strange. People don't usually play deliberate. Yep, we'll just counter the Riptide here. That's fine. Now, we can play the Celebrant or we can play the Wind Rider Wizard. I think I'll start with the Celebrant. I'm not in any hurry with this hand to kill him. Like, we're not going to kill him fast, so. We can play the Wizard next. Coralhelm Chronicler, nice. He found a Field Research. So we've got plenty of lands in our hand to fuel the Wind Rider Wizard. We only need to play 2 of them. Maybe with 4 land spell modals, we should cut 1 more land. I'm thinking that might be the right choice. And all of our stuff is cheap, too. Yes, we're getting pretty flooded here. I'm thinking we just cast a Royal Mage. Just to get the cycle. We're not worried about getting an anti-cognition back. And I honestly have too many lands. Alright, let's go ahead and get up to 6 lands. Well, no, we can do that next turn. Now we can start attacking with the Celebrant as well. We have nothing else to do with our mana other than pump, so. But he's got a handful of spells. If he's just using it to kick Reclaim, then we're okay. I guess he's not under any pressure right now, though. We're probably going to Alpha Strike him this turn. Healer would be really good to cast, but if we Alpha Strike him and he blocks the Banneret or the Celebrant, then I want to kill the Chronicler before he kicks more spells. So let's go ahead and go for the Alpha. If he wants to just take the trade there, I'm fine with that. I'll just play the Healer. Do I want to play another land? Anti-cognition is unless I pay 2. Right? Right, so I do want to play a land, and I want to get anti-cognitioned. He could, like, Into the Royal my Celebrant here. It's either Into the Royal or Anti-Cognition. Or, like, Jwari Disruption. But the counter spells don't matter. The only thing that really matters here is Into the Royal. Yeah, we're definitely going to cut 1 more land. Or 2. I mean, we have 5 land spell modals. 4 land spell modals. Go on, opponent. Alright, so he's going to force me to pay the 2, and that's fine. Now we have a good army to pump with the Banneret. A 2/2 flyer doesn't stop me. Neither does a 1/1 Death Touch. Bubble Snare is a little annoying. Sky Cave Cleric is pretty good. Let's go ahead and attack with my token. If he blocks with the 2/2, I'll happily pump. Trade token for token, play my land, play my cleric. Gain the life. Make another 1/1 token. Bubble Snare's fine. Bubble Snare doesn't stop the healer from doing its thing. Expedition Diviner is pretty good. But first things first, let's attack with our guys we don't care about. And see if we need to pump. He double blocked that for some reason. We definitely want to kill the Expedition Diviner. I will 100% pump to get the kills. We could certainly discard this onto inversion. It's not doing a whole lot for us. Like, it would kill the Roost of Drakes, but we're winning right now. So I'm not that worried about it. We will go ahead and take the action. I'll happily toss onto inversion for a Numara Wizard. I don't have any attacks this turn, but that's not a problem. We can start attacking with the Diviner next turn. Okay, that sucks. Now we have a game. I'm wishing I didn't pitch the onto inversion, and we've already played our Royal Mage, so we can't get it back. That card doesn't matter. We have a big life advantage, so we're not really in a huge rush here. So I'm not super excited to trade the Diviner for, like, a 2/2 flyer, one of the tokens. But what I will do here is play Aspirant. Get me a cat. Go to combat, put a counter on the Diviner. And now it'll trade with 2 of his flyers, which is fine. And if he only blocks, or he could block with the 4/4 or whatever, you know? And that's fine, we'll just take this trade. It's a good trade for us. He could have Duelist. Shell Shield's fine. We had to work through it eventually. And we have the Umara Wizard to slam down. And we get to draw a card off the Diviner. So it's not like an absolute blowout. Sweet, now we can play our Umara Wizard. Take the action. Tossing our extra lands. We'll hold this one. For more wizards, instants, and sorceries. I don't know what he's going to bounce that matters. Probably one of the tokens. So he has to win in the air. So we have to start attacking with all of our ground creatures now, I think. I'm not worried about losing the Celebrant anymore. Who do I want to pump is the question. I guess one of the tokens. Because now I can attack with that token. Without having to spend my mana on something else. Sweet. Trade a token for the Squid. That's really good for us. Play the Umara Wizard. Toss one of our extra lands. We'll play this one to potentially give, like, Celebrant lifelink or something when they attack. Yeah, that's a lot of flying. So we have to go for an alpha next turn. He's got another blocker. So he's got 3 blockers. So he's going to block our biggest threats, which are all just 2/2s, really. So we can play Myriad Construct and Pump this turn. So if we alpha, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got exactly lethal. So he only has to block 1. And it'll be a trade. And then he'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He'll have lethal on me. So I can't alpha strike. I am going to be getting another cat. So let's go ahead and get our cat. Gain our 2 life. Go ahead and go to combat. Buff one of the tokens that can attack. And just like push in with all of our creatures that we can. I don't really want to lose the Banneret because it could be useful for a big alpha next time. I don't want to lose the Aspirant because it's adding counters. But at the same time, if it means trading with something, it's not bad. And I could trade the Core Celebrant for something too. It doesn't really, I don't really need the Celebrant. On the net, because the next Alpha Strike kills him. The only thing I need is the Seagate Banneret alive. So everything else can go in. And this still represents lethal if he doesn't block, so he has to block. So he can't keep crashing into me in the air or he'll lose. So he's going to try and 2-turn kill me in the air. Oh, wow, another Falconer? That actually sucks really bad. What do I want to make indestructible? I don't think it really matters. Probably like my biggest guy. Yeah, this is the last turn, so it either works or it doesn't. It doesn't work. I mean, I can see the math. This was a close game, though. Close game. We definitely have too many lands. So how many land spell modal cards do we actually have? 1, 2. 3, 4. Yeah, we'll cut one more. Yeah, well, both of my bubbled creatures were still providing me value. The Windrider Wizard was letting me draw and discard cards, and the Attended Healer was making me cats, so I really didn't want to sacrifice the bubbled creatures, to be honest. Like, those were good creatures to have. We'll throw the Outrider in. Turn 1 crab. Turn 2 aspirant. Okay. Got some power coming out in the early game here. We might be able to hold off on playing the Umara Mystic or Umara Wizard as a land. We might not. I'm going to pump the crab here to put it out of Royal Eruption range. Thundering Rebuke still gets it, but Royal Eruption no longer does. Yeah, we won't play the Wizard as a land this turn, I don't think. Play the Relic Vial. Send in the crab. Umar Mystic for my opponent. It's a good creature. No blocks here. Yeah, I'll send in the Aspirant. No reason not to. He's not going to block. He's tapped out. Do I just play the Royal Mage? Do I play the Field Research? I don't feel like I really need to kick this. We can get it back with Royal Mage later. I need to hit my land drops, and I want to cast Umara Wizard next turn, so I'm just going to play Field Research now. I will play this as a land if it means getting more hits onto Crab. Oh, look, we got the Master of Winds. Sweet, we got a basic land, so we're all good. So I can play Protector and Royal Mage, or I can just play the Wizard. I think I'll play Protector and Royal Mage. It lets me get in and attack this turn with the Luminarch Aspirant. I don't really need it to be more than a 3 power creature, but I guess we'll go up to 4. And do I just play the Royal Mage? I mean, I'm one shy of kicking it. I don't really have anything I want to sack to the Vial, though. Yeah, I think I'll just play the Royal Mage. We're racing at this point. Yeah, Crab's going in, dude. Oh, that is really bad. Should have kept the Relic Vial open. Should have kept the Relic Vial mana up. Well, now we're just losing. Attack with the Royal Mage. We'll happily trade any of this stuff off. It doesn't matter. We get a drain off the Relic Vial if we trade, or we deal 2 to him. Both are good options. We'll play the Healer next turn so we can give the Protector lifelink on defense. He's only got 13 cards left in the deck. I only have to survive for a little bit longer. But I don't think I can survive much longer. Okay. That's really good. I don't know how we survive without... like, we need to stop this stuff in the air. I don't know if we can. Like, next turn I can attack with Protector and heal for 3. And then hope he doesn't have instant sorceries or wizards to cast, I guess. He didn't attack with the Diviner. Very interesting. It's very good for me, actually. It means I might have another turn. I just need to play a couple more lands. Okay. I think I need to send in the Protector and give it lifelink. Or do I need to draw a card? I think I need to give it lifelink. Because I can always sack the cat to draw a card now. Alright. It's only 6 damage. 7. That's only 9. If he doesn't have any more instant sorceries or wizards, we're alive for another turn, and he's dead. Because we'll deck him. It's a wizard. Pretty sure we're just dead now, right? We could draw anti-cognition. Oh, but it's on cast, so it doesn't really matter. Eh. Drew a land anyway. Yeah, because that's 11 damage with the Aspirant. Unless he messes up. We almost survived. Unless he messes up and puts this on like the Aspirant or the Cascade Seer. No. Good game. That was another really close game right there. If we had kept Relic Vial mana up the turn before instead of just running out the Royal Mage, I think we could have won that game. That little Mage's Domination crushed us. I think the deck played fine that time. I wasn't upset about it. We lost 2 close games so far. I mean, you know, we might not be going any further with this, but that's all right. Great way to start out the day, getting the losses out of the way early. Jackie Wu, if you're still around. Josiah says he'll be on later this week. Probably Saturday is when he will stream. Talon Druid, our opponent. This hand's kind of rough. It doesn't have any 2-drops, but we can't really mulligan it. It's got everything else we need. So we do kind of want to get to 4, but we can play this on turn 2 and not worry about it too much. If we draw a 2-drop, we'll be upset, but... Okay, well. Now we'll just anti-cognition whatever his turn 3 play is. That's a good thing to anti-cognition, so that's fine. I'll just play the Protector here. No reason to be greedy. I don't really want to trade it off for the Skulker, but I will if I have to. Vanquish. Okay, that's fine. Not going to only spend 2 mana this turn. We'll spend it all on the Flyer. Next turn, we can pump it with the Outrider. Main phase Glacial Grasp. It's not super great. Cliffhaven Kitesail is pretty good. Now, we drew the land and we don't have anything to pump with this guy, so we're just going to put the Umara Wizard down. We'll pump something next turn. I don't really want to trade either of these guys for the Skulker, but looks like that's what's going to happen. Discard 2 cards. I kind of want to keep the Field Research, but I also kind of want to keep the Luminarch Aspirant. I think I'm going to keep the Luminarch Aspirant. It's too good. So he doesn't have any other rogues, so we don't need to offer the trades here. Pass a turn, we'll bluff a spell in our hand. Saving our lands for Crab is also something. See what he's got. Another rogue. A way to kill my aspirant. Okay. I could Glacial Grasp the Highborn Vampire right now to get in extra attacks. He's getting low. I think that might be the right play. Putting the counters on these guys doesn't change anything. Putting a counter here lets me put another counter on it next turn and an attack with it. So we do have the 8 mana Ondu inversion that we kind of want to work towards. But I think we'll just hold and bluff spells. Like his best play last turn with 5 mana is a 4/3. Like, okay, we drew the Crab. Everything has Death Touch now, so our trades are much, much worse. Except for the Diviner. Trading off the Diviner isn't too bad. It gets us a card. But he has, like, infinite flyers. Bump up the Aspirant here, make sure it can block stuff. And I will offer the trade with the Diviner just because we kind of need the card, to be honest. Okay, that's a good card to draw. This will prolong the game in our favor a little bit here, because now we can start milling him out. We can't really deal the last bits of damage. If we draw an instant sorcery or wizard, we can put a counter on the Umara wizard and get him in the air. It's still fine. It'll attack into the Gloom Hunter. That's not a problem for us. I'll take that trade any day. He spent 6 mana to cast that. He doesn't have... That's a cleric, that's a warrior, and that's a zombie bat. He doesn't have a rogue, and he's tapped out. Am I missing something? Cool. He said he will be on this weekend, likely on Saturday, to play some Siege. Because he works for the rest of the week. And also he says hello. Alright, well we got a win. It's not bad. He remembered you? Yeah. He seemed excited to hear from you. Hold on here, let me tell you. You carried hard last time, even with 220 ping? Well, if you're diamond, that's not surprising. All my friends are like barely gold in Siege, so we're not very good. Hopefully we're fun. He says yes, he remembers you. Cool, so we got a bunch of lands. I'm just going to play the Onduin version as a land. I'm not going to be greedy with it. It's silly to expect it to do anything. So here I have choice of Cleric, Healer, or Anti-Cognition. I think we will just wait. Anti-Cognition his play. Turn 3 Relic Vial, turn 4 both of our creatures. He didn't play anything. I can continue to wait. It's not a big deal. Can't peek too much with 220 ping? No, you really can't. Go ahead and play the healer. Pass the turn. I mean, we're really telling him we have anti-cognition now, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna not play a 4/3 flyer. Like, these little guys I can totally wait on because they don't really matter. A 4/3 possible flyer. Yeah, I mean, he just had to take 5 damage to play that, so. I don't have any creatures that can contest that, so we'll just pass here. Maybe he'll tap out for something. Probably not. Anti-Cognition's probably a dead card now. Wow. Is he just mono black? He might be. No reason to throw the Pack Beast out there. He can sack the Gloom Hunter to put a counter on the cat. So I think I'm just going to take 4 here. I can always crack back for 2 with the healer, so not a huge issue. Oh my god. I can't believe we got something with anti-cognition in this game. It's actually insane. Crawling Barons is going to be tough to deal with. I'll block the cat with my cat. Attack the cat, draw a card, get a new cat. Oh my goodness. Man, this is a rough game, y'all. Pass the turn. You can't go at me in the air anymore because I've got a flyer. If he comes at me on the ground, I'll just gang up on it. Mind Carver. Okay. That's not that bad, actually. It lets his guy kill my guy in the air. That's not a problem for me. Yeah. Pretty easy trade here. That Crawling Baron is going to get large. So that makes my guy a 1-1 and his guy a 3-2. So that's no good. So we're going to get some juice out of it instead. Make a 1-1 cat. We can play the Banneret. We can pump and still sack. So if I alpha holding back like the healer, I can pump the whole team and still sack whatever he blocks with Colossus. That doesn't really do me any good. I mean, it starts the race, I guess. But the race is really bad for me. What other choice do I have? I don't have anything else. I've got like Expedition Diviner. Yeah, I mean, we just got to start going. It's definitely bad for me, but can I afford to leave the Attendant Healer back? So like he blocks that on healer, 3-3 on 1-1. He takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I go up to 16. I get another cat before the end. I'm not going to attack with the healer. It could be wrong. Yeah, he can turn on the Barons. He's going to block something with the Barons. I'm very happy to kill the Barons here. I should probably sack this cat since it's just dying for no reason. Get me a fresh cat. Because if he comes at me with anything else, I just chump it with cats. Alright, what can we get back? We can get back the Onduin version. Oh no, it's a land. We can get back Anti-Cognition. That is literally the only card we can get back. So that doesn't do me much good. I think I'd just rather play them both out as creatures. If I alpha this turn with these three, he just blocks everything and we get nothing profitable. So let's play the Construct. Play the Royal Mage. Plan on alphaing next turn. End of turn, trade cat for a cat and a drain. And a card. Got the Outrider. The Outrider helps this attack a lot. So give something +4/+4. So we can turn a cat into a super deadly weapon here. Because this is already trading with anything. Let's make a dangerous cat. These might be the only two guys I want to attack with, honestly. We're not afraid of losing this cat. We're going to cycle it anyway, so it can go suicide in. This 1/3 and this 2/1 aren't doing anything. So they can go and die for life. Or just extra damage in, depending on what he does. Easy. Good trade for me. Fine. Fine. We do have to activate. We can't activate the vial, so we don't get cards or anything. But we do take down the 4/5 flag, or the 7/5 rather, sorry. And get 3 points of drain. And a new cat. So he's very nearly dead. He probably should have played that first. Alright. If we Alpha Strike here, do we win? He's got 3 blockers. He can block my 3 biggest. That's a this one, and one of those. I get through for 6. He kills my 3 biggest. That's an extra 3 points of damage. Yeah, I think we win. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Celebrant to gain our life. Make our cat. And send in the team. See how he blocks? Pretty sure he's dead here. Yeah, we get him off the drain from the vial here. Unless he has a trick. Nope. Xaxes. Nice. Yeah, Anti-Cognition kind of sucks in this deck. Though it did get a 7/5 that time, so. I don't know, maybe it doesn't suck. We're just gonna keep rolling with it. Let's go. 2 and 2. We're getting matched up against opponents with worse decks. Props to him for drafting mono black, but you miss out on a lot of power that an additional color provides. Just so, you know. Okay, it's a 3-lander. We don't have any blue, but we have 9 sources of blue. So, like, if we draw an island, we'll be in really good shape in the first 2 turns. If not, we still have plays. So, it's no issue. We'll keep it. Like, but we need to draw an island to be really happy. Our opponent's taking an awful long time to decide if they want a mulligan or not. Come on, opponent. Figure it out. There we go. We're going to keep our 7. Oh, he's got turn 1 crab. We drew our island, so we are pretty happy. We're also very scared of the crab. We have no removal for it, so we have to just start pressuring, which means we can't save for anti-cognition. Oh, he got one of our crabs. It's a good card to start pressuring with. Play the healer first. Next turn, we'll play the Aspirant so we can start attacking with the healer. Wow, Mind Carver already. Linnea lands. The Aspirant's good here because it lets the healer attack into the crab. And it's a Cleric. White Priest is not that bad. I think we're just going to play the Diviner. We're just building a monster here. I'll happily race your Gloom Hunter in the air with all of my stuff. He's just milling us out. It sucks really bad. Why did the landfall thing come up here? That was weird. He can start pumping the Barons. Yeah, no blocks. Angel Heart Protector was a really good draw here. It enables us to go ahead and keep attacking with the healer. Put our counter on the flyer. Pass the turn. Save up the anti-cognition in case he's got a sweet 5-drop. Running out of cards in our deck pretty fast. He's got nothing. It's good for us. We will put a counter on. 4/4 is not quite big enough, so we want it to be a 5/5. Attack with both. Could send the 3/2 as well. We're winning the race. We just want to play more stuff to put pressure on the board. So we're going to run out 2 creatures instead of the one better one. Life isn't an issue right now. We just need to win fast. So he can't just like equip Mind Carver and move on. He needs to play stuff. So anti-cognition could be relevant here. He needs to play like 2 creatures. Okay, just equip the Mind Carver and pass your turn. That's fine. Put the counter on the Skyclave Cleric. Attack with everything we can. Everything that'll trade with that. That's a fine trade. Even if I pump it to a 6/6, it doesn't matter. Play our Core Celebrant, save up the anti-cognition. Alpha Strike him next turn for lethal. Because even if he like pumps the Crawling Baron, animates it, blocks our 2 biggest threats, we still get through for 6. Linvala. I can force him to pay 2 more for Linvala so he can't equip the Mind Carver. That's probably worth it. And now he's dead on board. We attack with everything. He blocks our biggest threats, and we pump. We hit him for 6. Luminarch Aspirant. Hard to race, man. Even when you're milling. And he almost got it, too. Didn't even need the pump. Good game. Yeah, Seagate Banneret has turned out to be very, very good in this deck. We have a lot of creatures, and we're just going wide a lot of the time. So Seagate Banneret turns out to be pretty good. Gnarlids follow. Is there a way to edit our emotes? There sure is. I'll keep hello. Oh, we just turn them on? Well, yeah, I want them all. I want them all on. Oh, there's other elementals? Like this guy. Look at him. He's pretty cool. Heck yeah. All right, let's go back in. 3 and 2. It's a good game. He was milling us out, but we were in control of the board like the whole time. Luminarch Aspirant's very strong. Excuse me. Had a sneeze there. All right, we got a lot of lands, but we've got a decent curve, so we're going to keep it. Okay. It's all Clerics, but that's fine. We're not going to save the anti-cognition. We've got a good, healer into protector. And then on turn 4, we can play Skyclave Cleric and still hold up cognition. So I'm not that worried about it. All right, he's just going to go ahead and take it out. That's fine. We are probably just going to play this as a land now. It does mess up my curve, but I want to play this on turn 5 pretty badly. So we're just going to lay this as a land, I think, and then just save up anti-cognition. I'm not that excited to get a 1/3 out. I'm way more excited to counter this Scythe Cat. And if we draw another 2-drop, we can double spell, or we can just play the Protector. I think I'd rather play the Skyclave Cleric. It blocks the 2/2 just fine. And we want to protect something with the Protector. Get some value out of it. And we can bluff like we have second anti-cognition now. So he might be scared to play his 4-drop this turn. I'll block. If he's got something, we'll work through it. Valakut Exploration. Okay. So here we have the choice between Vial or Shepherd. I'm not going to play Vial and miss getting out a 3/4 flyer. Next turn, we can lay the land and double spell. So all's well. No reason for me to attack. I mean, like, I don't care about this 1/3. It can die to his 1/1. But it also represents a drain off the Relic Vial that we could get. So we're going to hold off on it. Buff up his colony, that's fine. So we definitely want to play both of these before combat. Although it doesn't really matter, giving this indestructible this turn doesn't really matter. So we'll just play the Vial. And attack with the Shepherd. Because he can't do anything to stop it anyway. And then we can play the Angel Heart Protector post-combat. And now we're beating him down in the air. And draining off of all of our profitable blocks on the ground. We're a little flooded. We need to draw some spells. But we've got some good ones in here to draw. I will double block the heck out of that. Attended Healer is an insane draw while we have the Relic Vial out. What did he get? It's a Pathway. But he's already played a land. That's how you trigger it, so he can't do anything with it. It is going to shoot me for 1. That's really unfortunate. This is still a good block for us. Because he's only got 4 power, and we have 5 toughness. So he can only trade for 1 of these. And I'll happily trade a 4/4 trample for any of those. Ruin Crab is a pretty good draw. So what we're going to do here is go for an attack with the Skyclave Cleric. We get into 1 damage, and that's great. I think I am going to use the Relic Vial here, however, to get a card off this Cleric. Because we don't need a 1-3. It's not doing anything. We really didn't need the land either. Wow. Oh my goodness. Alright, maybe we should have kept the 1-3 around. But I'm not psychic. Alright, we can kick the Royal Mage and get back the anti-cognition. And sack our construct to the relic vial, so that's good. So whatever creature he draws is irrelevant. Lands are still good for him, of course. Marasa Brute, we can counter that with anti-cognition. So it doesn't matter if he casts it or not. If he doesn't cast it, we can sack our Goblin Construct for a card. I'll trade for this. It doesn't really matter. I'm not that upset if the Relic Robber hits us. It's giving us stuff to sack and get cards with. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely anti-cognitioning that. I get to Scry 2. Both of these are great spells. I probably want the healer a little bit more. Like the 3/2 flyer doesn't really do a whole lot extra. Actually, yeah, we want to undo that. Play the healer. Sack the construct, get our card, get the drain, and then put the flyer down. The drain is super good there. And here I'll happily trade. Actually, I won't even trade the healer with the Relic Barb. I would just let it hit me so I can get cards off of those constructs. Like, if he attacks with the Relic Robber, he's just helping me. I will trade with the Hellhound, though. Like, we're pretty likely to draw another Cleric and give this thing lifelink. We want to see what we draw first. Sweet Celebrant. I will just play the Pack Beast. It doesn't really matter. Attack for 2 lifelink. That he's more than welcome to keep hitting us with the Relic Robber. Like, that's fine. I'm pretty happy to trade the Pack Beast for it. Like, that doesn't bother me. It gets the drain and it clears the way for me next turn. The Death Toucher's a little annoying. Hopefully we draw a wizard. Attended Healer is also incredibly strong. I'll happily trade the Expedition Healer off for the Blight Blade. Pass the turn, we can start cycling cats for cards. He can pick up his Vastwood thing. It's not an issue to me. He didn't. He just picked up a mountain for whatever reason. But that's probably fine. I guess he wanted to have like 5 lands available in case he hits a 5-drop here, which he did not. Let's go ahead and sack the cat. Get the drain, make a new cat, all that kind of jazz. Glacial Grasp is pretty good here. It puts my guy in the air. A new dawn, a new adventure. Let's go ahead and tap that guy down, get our guy in the air. Good game. Good game. Look, we ended up going positive with this deck after 2 initial losses. Like, don't ever count yourself out, you know? Like, our deck has a lot of unfair stuff going on. Vile and Attended Healers together are insane. This hand's alright. We get the Banneret, and we get to hold up Anti-Cognition. Awesome, we drew another land. That's exactly what you want to see. We could just play the Cleric out, but I'd rather just counter whatever he plays. Especially when he's on a mulligan. 1-for-1ing is even better. That's a really good one. I mean, not a really good one, but it's definitely good to counter. No reason to draw cards with field research. Plenty of stuff to cast. We could have saved that for the healer, but there's no reason not to just get some more pressure on the board. Play our land, go on ahead and in with the crew. Not much he could have at his speed here. Just play our big guy. Four mana 4/4. Next turn we can start pumping the team. If he targets it with like Thundering Rebuke, we get a bunch of 1/1s. It's going to be hard for him to trade because we have the Banneret and a 5th land. So it's looking pretty good. Looks like he might have Thundering Rebuke. So I think we're going to wait to play the healer. Oh, he's just going to go ahead and throw that one in. Cool. We'll just move on to the next game, he says. No reason to prolong that one. 5 wins after back-to-back losses at the very beginning. We're doing all right. Master of Mana Screw. He knows what's up. We got a couple of lands. We got the Aspirant. This looks pretty good. We will probably just play the Umara Wizard as a land, considering we do need to get to 3 and 4. We should be able to beat out his early game plays here with these cards. So we'll save Anti-Cognition for like a turn 4 threat or something. Yep. Play the Aspirant here, because it gives us an attacker and a blocker that's big enough with lifelink. And he's in blue-green, so it's hard for him to deal with it. Rabid Bite does it. Nothing else really does. Colony Ambush, I guess. Sweet, if he has nothing, we'll just continue to pressure him. I think I might save up Anti-Cognition here. Well, he could be planning on kicking into the Royal. So no, maybe I'll just play another healer. Yeah, I think I'll just play another healer. Because he's clearly got something. It looks like Into the Royal. That's fine. This is really good for me, actually. Here I will save up anti-cognition in case he has something. And I've got nothing else to do, really. Like, he could play some big monster, like a Kazandu Stomper or something. Kicked Gnarly Colony. Low Mage's Domination on the Luminarch Aspirant. Why does this always happen? Alright, we can develop the 3/4 flyer, or we can protect the 3/3 to get a lethal attack. I think we'll do that. And we save up anti-cognition this way for whatever that's worth. Because like his blocks here are bad and he has to block one of them. Or he could have Into the Royal. I could just recast the healer, or I could save up anti-cognition. He's got a lot of mana. We're probably gonna kill him with the Shepherd of Heroes. I'm not under any pressure. We can save up anti-cognition here. Vine Gecko is fine. We'll counter his next card. I'll probably play the Relic Vial and the healer, actually, because we could just kill him with the Drain here. Because, like, even as he blocks here, he's losing health, so... Two points of Drain. Next turn, all we gotta do is play a creature and sack a creature. And we got it done. On a white Clerics, basically. Beaten down. Got him. Steal my Luminarch Aspirant, will you? Will not do you any good, sir. Wow, we made it all the way to the final boss after 2 first losses. Here we go, y'all. It's exciting. Let's do it. All right. Who's the final boss? Ocam, the final boss. It was always down to this, Ocam, you and me. Turn 1 crab. Good luck, my friend. What is this? This is madness. Please no Royal Eruption. One time. Let me have it one time. Ah! Man, that's insane. No attacks. What do you got to get through? Land. Double crab. No attacks, obviously. You can play Deadly Alliance here on one of my 1-drops. All right, yeah. I ain't afraid of a little damage here in the early game. It's fine. My goodness. I'll probably double block the Scorch Rider. There's no reason for us to attack right now. Now I've got a better double block here with Healer and Wizard, actually. Because we have no way to trigger the Healer. And he can only kill one of them with his 4/3s, so. And next turn we can start pumping with Banneret. So the crabs become better blockers. Okay, Mind Carver is good. It only lets me block one of them, really. And yeah, we're going to take this double block. And then next turn we can start pumping with Banneret and the crabs can block. Or we can just play 3/2s. Yeah, we want to find a land here. Umara Wizard is technically a land. No attacks. We'll block with everything, play our land, and win the game next turn. Double crab. Okay. I don't think he can surprise lethal me at all, so. Boom. Good game. Double crab! Ah! What a game. Wow, what a run. 7 wins with this deck. With the first 2 losses. Let's get our prize here. Open our 6 packs. Dude, double crab. Double crab. I'm glad someone else was here to witness that. That was pretty great. Remember to follow the stream and share the stream.
I got the cookie.
Thank you, Night Killing. Welcome to joining the Golden Cookie Squad. We giving out cookies here on the internet. Streaming live on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheRealVX Gaming. Since this was for YouTube, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And give it a share. And that's that. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a good one.